Hello once again, my friends. Welcome to Iron Crane Dojo, and we're going to visit once more with some general concepts that we've worked out over the years that may or may not prove of interest to you, but still fun just to share. And I'm going to have Sifu Chris Anthos assist. Today we're going to look at different ways to respond to someone doing one of the intimidation grabs, which is a grab, two-handed grab to the front of your body, usually against your clothing, and he executes a grab. Okay, and we talked about this once or twice in the past. When somebody grabs you like this, you're really at an advantageous position because you know one thing. You know exactly where they're at and where the weapons are. And more than anything, that allows you the opportunity to react to them. Okay, so he disengages. I grab back. He grabs. Okay, some of the obvious easy moves. Two hands into the brachial reflexes. Come over the camera, just take an angle of that, if you will. Striking simultaneously both sides. This is actually a pretty dramatically painful counter to somebody grabbing you. It will cause an immediate disengagement of the counter if you strike hard. It can actually disable the person if you strike very hard. But if it's just an intimidation kind of thing, if he grabs, you can use it to push the person away. Because there's a pressure point, it's very sensitive. So I grab and he just pushes me away. Same thing up above. Please, leave me alone. If you take a look at what I did here, I go up his center line into his throat. I'm covering against punches, and please leave me alone. And I disengage him from the encounter. Other things that are more polite kinds of disengagements are I lift him off. Now, if you look at this, see he grabs, I relax downward, I lift, you see his weight lifts off of the ground, and as soon as his weight is off the ground, I can displace him to the rear. And again, these are all just sort of polite forms of disengagement. Nothing serious has happened yet. Okay, he grabs, I can not allow him to grab. This is a cobra technique. Comes 1-2. 1-2. See, now I'm becoming more into the reactive countering mode. The cobra is simply a 1-2-3 pattern, and the way Master Archbishop would do it in the old days, 1-2-3, and then he would position to finish the person off. Again, 1-2-3, hit up. Okay, and then counter. Very quick and clean. The beauty of that technique of the cobra is that it allows you to change positions, execute different kinds of concepts, go to the next attacker if you have to. Anything that works with one hand also works with two hands. You can do wrist locks, you can do arm bars, I grab, he does an arm bar. Okay, anything that works with one hand essentially will work in the same way against a two-hand grab. You can do crossover techniques, which are slightly different from what we've done in the past. Crossing over, down, hit. I go over the top, take his head down on the front side. And you can reverse that. You can do crossover techniques, leveraging, elbow down, cross hand, double elbow down, watch. A balance attack. He does double elbow down, sucks me into his balance, fires, a little airborne. I'll let you have another look at that. He executes it just perfectly. I grab, down, fires. Okay. He grabs, the quick hit. I grab, he does a quick hit. And that one has actually intervened successfully in saving me from embarrassment more than once in my life, where I've had to make the quick hit on one person to protect myself. Anytime you have a bilateral movement on your body, you have all the bilateral balance shifts. So for example, one hand down, one hand up. And it's just an immediate displacement of their balance, which you can use to throw them or to send them into a wall or to another attacker. If I want to move him into a wall, for example, now I'm going to move him to that wall over there. I displace him, I drive him into the wall. As he comes off the wall, I hit him. One thing you should know is when you as a general rule, not all rules are perfectly accurate all the time, but as a general rule, if you move somebody into a wall, what you have to look out for when they come off the wall is the hand technique. Somebody coming off the wall is rarely going to kick you because they have to reestablish their balance coming off the wall. And the only way they can do that is to occupy their feet into getting a root. But while they're doing that, they are able to use their hands. So if I move him into the wall, after he grabs, and knowing he's going to come at me with his hands, my best move is the low downward kick. 1, 2, and then finishing off the sequence. Okay, and those are just strategic concepts that we're tying into this just to give you things to think about. Grabs, you can do downward moves, down to the ground, and then you can shift balance as you do it. Okay, and those start to look more like Tai Chi. This is like white crane spreads wings. Down, and then reverse it. It's quick, explosive, and the person just literally goes airborne as you execute it. Sifu Chris wasn't ready for this, but I'm just going to have some fun right now. In our system, we all learn techniques that are designed around our person and our body. And over a period of years, the techniques begin to take on our own unique look. So the way I move may not be the same as some of my students look, or some of the same as the other masters of our system. But I'll do a few grabs of Sifu Chris, and you just watch some of the differences in how he approaches it versus me. See some Kempo in there too. If you're from Kempo, you'll recognize some of the influence. Let's have a look at that Kempo. Shinbone turn kick. So it's an unusual kick that a lot of people giggle at when they see it used as an offensive application, but it's beautiful in self-defense. He grabs, I check him up high, take out his knee. A few other things here, winding up points. Always have the head in the center, okay? Always have the ability to break balance to the rear. Always have the wrist locks, the crossover techniques, okay? Crossover techniques. Now he grabs, I'm going to show you Death of the Dragon. I hit, come over, the trap, and the throat. The beauty of Death of the Dragon is this: he cannot make a safe, soft landing because both of his arms are trapped on that side. So when he hits hard. And it's Death of the Dragon because I keep his safety arms locked at the front as I drop him to the ground. The other techniques that are good to have, just so you know, striking techniques. Hit, hit. This is like Leihan Chi. Hit, hit. Sayuchin out of Ishin-Ryu. Perfect. Say, watch. For those of our Ishin-Ryu friends, down. In. Show the angle here, if you will, sir. Okay. Grabs, lariat. Grabs, lariat. See the angle of the hit. Uppercut. Arch of X Cobra technique. If you go over here, sir, he grabs 1, 2, 3. Or he grabs and holds. 1, 2, 3. Grabs other side. 1, 2, 3. Any one of these you can finish as you choose. Thank you, sir. There you go. Also for demonstrating some techniques. there you have it. There's an encyclopedia there in the techniques that we demonstrated. Just to give you something out there, our friends in the audience, a few things to think about as you personally research your martial arts experience under the guidance of an instructor. In any event, notice that we're friends, and I always emphasize this, we practice safely. We're interested in doing this stuff when we're old gentlemen. Talking about it on summer days as we rock back and forth on the porch. And that's really what the martial arts is about. It's about having a good life and sharing it with your friends. Do that. Think of us when you do it. Take care.